So you go on. So go through what it was that you were thinking.
Oh yeah. Basically, you've been teaching me well to keep people off like the line and things like
Yeah.
that and pushing the head. So I feel like that creates space, so it's easier for me to like get up
Yeah.
and then maybe go in from there into like front headlock type situations.
Okay. Cool.
So
Ha-
perhaps look at that.
have you been trying it since last week? Is that
No,
why?
I haven't rolled. I haven't rolled
Okay, that's
since
fine.
symptoms.
That's fine then. No worries. Cool. So with that in mind, then let's warm up them. We'll do a roll to start. Short one. The goal is going to be to. I'll be on top at the start. The goal is going to be to. The goal is going to be to do your normal game,
Yeah.
but engage by coming up as you can.
Okay.
I'm going to try and play a very connected game.
Okay. Right.
So that would be chest and head, or head no chest.
Okay. Fine.
So I'm going to try and keep myself in nice and deep.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Gotcha. Perfect.
So, do it again this time though. I want you to actively go for the headlock.
Okay.
Yeah? So as soon as you can overwrap the head, overwrap it.
Okay.
Even if it's from like here.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing to bear in mind that when you're doing it, I want you, once you've got it, to try and get your hips off the centre line.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't overwrap it and then have it still be in the middle of me.
Okay.
Yeah, overwrap it, so here. And then like either try and move your hips that way or the other way, just both ways. Yeah. I got it. 6 fault at my week. What you to do, when you're doing the chin strap, I want you to cut the chin, but don't cut the hands.
Okay. Right.
If you're going to start trying to play more headlocks, headlock isn't kind of me doing like a guillotine.
Okay.
The headlock is just controlling the head in front and on top of your body.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we were to go from here, so I'll do it to you, you try and play nice and tight, yeah, and do whatever the game is. Yes. This would be the headlock position. Okay. So this would be like downward headlock. Yeah, headlock. So keep going from there. Controlling that shit. Yeah, and hips off. Yeah, not straight on. So remember, on one hand, the other hand's basing, moving right to the side.
Okay.
Or framing or whatever. Yeah. So the thing to think about is when your hands are locked,
Yeah.
I'm locked to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll show you. It happens a lot, and it's something a lot of people do,
Okay.
and it's very easy to beat. So come up. So if I'm in this position and my hands are locked, I'm locked to you. I'm locked here and I'm locked here.
Yeah.
If you have the good control, so it's tight, strong, deep, and if you've got good finishing mechanics as in you can lock on and you can bring your hips in, there's not a problem. Problem you've got though, and it's something that I think I've mentioned before, is the hips engaging is the leverage to finish whatever the control is.
Okay.
Unless the control can finish itself.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to things like guillotines and chokes though, if I can keep your hips away and your legs out the way, it does two things. It stops you being able to get that extra leverage, so the actual pressure and the weight, but you can always switch it to like a high elbow guillotine or something, or a punch choke. But it also allows me to then do reversal and go from bottom to top. And I do it to everyone, black belts, everyone, makes no difference really, is when you lock, unless you're ready to finish, you're kind of in trouble. People think, well, to maintain control, I need to get like my hands locked together, but you get your hands locked together when you're looking to finish, not when you're necessarily looking to control. Or you're looking to kind of like pin or stay on top. The problem you've got though is because it's kind of like a downed wrestling position when you're underneath someone that's got a headlock. If they know what they're doing, it's very easy for them to kind of sit out.
Yeah, you always like peek out.
Sit out or sit through or back out or hand fight. So it's one of those where against someone that doesn't know what they're doing, like locking your hands is fine, but otherwise you need to make sure you've got the mobility, and the mobility comes from having a nice wide base, because the wider your base is, the more you can move because you spread out further. If my hands are locked in, then it means that my legs need to be locked in around you. So I'm very kind of stuck in this little square I've got. Whereas if I've got one hand like here and then the hand out and then my feet are out, I'm nice and spread. So it's very easy for me to move in any direction I need to go. So only lock your hands, because I think you do it like half the time. Only lock your hands when you're actually going to try and finish. And to be honest, you can finish these things with just one hand anyway. You just need to kind of learn how to best put your hand on the pressure. But when it comes to the control and you're wanting to go from like the bottom and then get your hips high and keep your partner away, don't think of it as I'm moving from a bottom position to a submission. Think I'm moving from a bottom position to a top control position, and then use that as your base to then build off of to do submissions. So when we do this again, don't let your hands connect around like the head and arm on the head. just control the chin and then build from
Base,
there.
okay.
Yeah, so don't go for the submission, just go for the control and then build off it. Any time that you want to go back to the headlock, just go back to it, but just think chin control.
Okay.
Yeah? Don't think submission control. Okay. And as I said, it'll lock you in place, and if you've been guillotined as many times as I have, it's not a particularly hard position to get out of.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, because all you need to do, so if you're, so if you're doing the guillotine, go, guillotine, go.
No, that's it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're in this kind of, you kind of got control, but unless you know how to then build off this, it's difficult. So if you know how to like punch through, that sort of stuff, what if I can keep myself open?
Yeah, they have to kind of close the guard somewhat, right?
Yeah, it's one of those though, that everyone falls into it, and a lot of the time it's just easy to get guillotined and do a reversal,
Yeah.
where you can no longer finish it unless you can transition, but as long as I stay open and block.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Because unless they have like a high wrist type control,
Yeah.
without like controlling your posture and crunching with like some type of guard, it's very hard to like finish, right?
It is. Yeah, that high wrist is kind of the easiest way to do it. But those sorts of submissions are a bit like wrist locks.
Yeah.
It either goes or it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, don't connect your hands up.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to try and get to that headlock though as much as possible.
Okay.
So remember, if you're facing away, it's going to be hard unless you can do a multiple bully headlock.
Okay.
So always be trying to face me, always be trying to get away enough. And when it comes to headlocks, so if you go on your knees, when it comes to getting to that headlock position, all you've got to think is like head position. So if I can get you here, our heads are in line, but if I lift my hand up, I can still reach through and grab.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just got to think, if we're kind of head to head, I can get it.
Okay.
You don't need them to be like really low like this. Okay. That just kind of helps and makes it a bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're even like this,
Yeah.
you can just moving this down, slow this arm over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of those ones.
You start face to face.
Yeah. It's one of those where you don't need to like be over top of the partner or anything like that. You just need to be able to get kind of the head of your armpit.
Yeah.
So like we're like this, we're fighting. Immediately popping, take it here, we're fighting, immediately popping. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Because I suppose if they like aggressively spaz out, it leaves a lot of space to enter other.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people, as soon as you get chin strap,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of different chokes and things and transition different headlock, but if you do that, you can walk
Kill
everything
a lot
in
of
and you kill a
movement.
lot of because as you said, the movement is movement. Closing your hands, sticking around.
I was going for nostril control.
Counts. So go back down. So imagine before them. Right. So frame on my leg.
Okay.
And that's what's then going to stop me from coming in. Because even here, I'm really extended. And I'm not looking around just actually. Okay. Finish. So you just need to stop leaning it so it's come up.
Huh?
Yeah. Never truly appreciate it for you people. Yeah, much better that. It was a.
Well, you're right. As soon as I abandoned that chin control, even the wrist lock was there because
So
I was like, oh fuck, let me try and do some stupid chin.
So it was good because I was trying to take you over, and you're like, "No, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not taking me over." In those positions, the problem you've got is you need your hips behind your hand.
Yeah.
But which is why I had hold you the way I did,
Okay.
because it stops your hips from backing away. So whenever you're in those positions, you just got to think, I need my, like to do the front lock. If you think if I'm here, as soon as my hips go in front of my hand though, I'm locked in. So then it's right, well, I need to clear whatever it is so I can just shuffle or maybe reach through and pull my hand through.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're like in this pocket, then you can start kind of playing the game again. Yeah. But no, that was good that I was.
When you're
Never had someone headlock me so much.
when your hips are behind your hand,
Yep.
then are you in kind of no danger even if they try and do grab a single leg? From there, it's much easier to like.
So there's no such thing as no danger.
Yeah.
You're just in least danger.
Okay.
You're less danger than the alternative. A lot of the times, if someone can grab your leg, it's because your legs are like too close.
Okay.
So it's one of those where if we're in this head chin strap position and you can grab a leg, it's because I've let you get to that leg.
Yeah.
I can obviously always drop a hit now and see if that clears it. Yeah. Ideally though, if I'm playing this chin position,
Yeah.
I'm low, I'm opening you up, yeah, or I'm above you so you can like grab an ankle or something. Yeah, but I would never just sit here unless I'm fucking about.
Okay.
I'm always
Moving.
trying to do something from it, or I'm immediately just grabbing it and going sitting straight through.
Okay.
But normally, if people can grab your legs, just because you're being lazy.
Okay, right, gotcha.
Yeah, or you've not been in that position enough for your body to go, this is what I need to do.
Yeah,
or
okay.
you've not had someone touch your leg a lot, so you don't really think about, well, I just need to pummel out a little bit. But it doesn't mean you're in danger though. You just got to change the angle. Basically, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Something I was going to say. Oh, so another thing that makes life more fun is when you're doing the chin strap, is incorporating kind of underhooks into it as you're going, or like deep underhooks. Yeah. So this would be a normal underhook. Yeah. Obviously, your chin strap, and then you've got like a deep underhook where I'm going across. Yeah, or a crossbody underhook, maybe. Right. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. Yeah. So now, when we're doing this game, or you're like sat here in this position, and maybe I've got body lock, so body lock me. Yeah, I want you to think about playing with other sorts of controls from here. Okay. Because it may be that, for example, you're come back up, and then wait. This is just a way to segue, like if you're in other positions. Yeah. Maybe you're like in a butterfly position here, and they're nice and tight and low, and then you've come through here and you're like, oh, chin strap's there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then it's a matter of, right, well, how do I get myself out? Yeah, to then come up on top. So it could be that you're trying to fade or push and the hips out. It could be that you go for your under, that to get you out. But they blend in nicely because the hands right there. And sometimes you can have a lot of submissions that you hadn't considered open up because you're always in this underhook position, and then it's just a little, oh, well, I've got the chin. The only other thing as well is when you've got the chin, remember hip height. Yeah, if you're happy playing with your hips low and you're just messing around and you're trying to figure it out, you have to be off center. Okay. Yeah, because if I'm on center like this, you're just gonna flatten me out. Okay. If I've got it, my hips are off, I can still hold your chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe the other way.
Okay.
Feel like maybe an underhook or I'm blocking the hip or something.
Yeah.
But now if you drive me, you're just going to drive me to the side. So
Yeah.
you're just going to drive
Into
your
the
own
choke.
head down.
Yeah.
Unless your hips are out and your hips are high. Because if your hips are high, it's a bit different because
Okay.
you've got the mobility there.
Right.
Yeah, so they don't necessarily need to be off centre. They can still be on centre.
Okay.
Yeah. So do it again. There's no. I'll secretly set this up. It's just immediately hands up. So probably this one.
This hand.
No, that one. Your left, sorry. Your right. So look where my head is on your right.
Yeah.
And I'll put my head there on your left.
Okay. Right.
Yeah? So
Okay.
we're here.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
If you can get my head that way, you can pinch up from there.
Okay.
Yeah, then you just need to pull this leg back. So this can stay here, you just need to pull your right leg behind you.
Okay, this way.
Yeah. To open up space.
Go ahead. I feel like the old crucifix, but like people don't really defend it that much. At least, well, not like at my level of roller. You know what I mean?
For a lot of people, when they do the crucifix on the bottom, they're not in the right position to be choked, so they're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then the arm sneaks, so you're like, oh shit. Right, so, you come on top. So same thing, but now focusing on the top position, but on the back.
Okay.
Yeah?
Get that a little bit.
No break. Matter.
Mine is looking for chin tuck as well.
Yeah,
I'm just fine.
yeah, no. Yeah, she's still looking for chin stuff. Yeah. Keep going with what I think
Yeah.
So that one back in my head. give it back to me?
Huh?
Can you give it back to me?
What's that?
This, can you give it back to me?
Oh,
Just put it over the top finger.
okay.
So the key here is you need to rotate. So head up, hand down. There you go. Thank you, water bottle, for distracting that. Remember, off center. Give it away. Good, much better. It's really strange. So when you're what belt are you? Blue.
Blue, yeah.
When you go up against white belts, no idea what they're doing. Normally, when they start getting an idea, they then become a blue belt, and you're like, oh god, you're a blue belt. You kind of have an idea. We have a roll. It's a nice roll. Normally, it's only when you start getting to like high purple and brown that people have an idea what to do from kind of like every top position.
Yeah.
But I'd never realised if you just do a chin strap, that's like 80% of top position. So they're like going, so all the holes in my game can be solved with just a simple chin strap. Yeah. So it's good. So it's one of those. So normally, and I can only go off what other people do, is when I would go with someone, you would start to move and put your head low maybe, or I don't know, be on top, maybe start trying to transition from a position, like maybe I've got like half your back or something.
Yeah.
And there would just be like a block, a period where there'd be no control.
Yeah.
Whereas every time you put that chin strap in, it was enough control that I'm there going, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you gotta think about it.
Yeah, because it's a weird one. It's one of those where because you're doing this though, my head's kind of like locked. I can't go down, and a lot of my game, as example, I have to go down the body, so I'm kind of locked in position.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. It's much better.
It's one of them. It's like that's what I like. Although I don't have the mobility to do like loads of elaborate entries, but like sometimes like just entering, like if you got inside position on someone who's a much higher belt level than you, and you start some form of a leg entanglement, they have to like
They have to acknowledge it, don't they?
Just playing bottom and he's much instantly pinned. Do you know what I mean? So maybe the chin strap is also one of those where it's like,
Well,
I have to deal with this.
it's inside space, isn't it? It's like immediate, because it's not just inside on one side; it's inside on both. Because you think part of the body is on the other side as well. It's a bit like if someone had a rear naked choke on you, you've got to deal with it. If it's on your neck, you can't not, and it's the chin strap. I think it's the same way. You've got to do something, so you either have to remove it or you've got to change your angle so it's no longer as efficient as it was, which is normally like a reversal or a sit through or something like that. Yeah, much better. Okay, cool. Last time. So, anything from that you feel like would be a benefit to build off?
Yeah, I think maybe like I like the idea of like, working in like the transitions from them. So,
Okay.
when you like made me roll with my like eyes closed, one of the things was like, okay, Ron, you're not just holding on to things like a dog with a bone
Yeah.
anymore. So same with these, like, okay, front head like chin strap, but if someone's pretty active at fighting
Yeah.
hands, I'm on, I don't know, the next thing, whatever it is, body lock and try and control, whatever, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, things like this, because I think as a smaller guy, I control people better on top when I'm playing more of like a floaty game than
A big, strong,
I'm gonna scarf hold you and hold, it doesn't work for me, right?
No.
So yeah, things like that.
Right, okay.
And then I think sort of like framing and being able to like just not be controlled is important to me, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah.
It helps.
Yeah,
It does
exactly,
help. So when we did do those initial...
But even things like you said, like one just thinks about keeping them away already,
Yeah.
like the frames do a lot of things.
So you do keep going to that facing away.
Yeah.
So it might be worth it, instead of keep saying chin.
Yeah.
Because when you face me, you frame fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just one of those, you just need to explore different places to frame. Just to, as I said last time, instead of going to like the top of the hill, just how little can I do to get the same effect?
Yeah, okay.
To do that though, you just have to frame all the parts of the body going well. If he's coming in there, instead of me framing on the head or the shoulders, can I frame on the elbow or the the belly, the hip, like the knee? Will that get me the same effect? That's the only thing I would say you need to work on in terms of framing.
Okay.
When you're facing, when it comes to turning away, one of the two biggest things is
Yeah.
So one of the two biggest things I would say, so if you're facing there, the two biggest things I would say is firstly, letting me get any sort of inside position.
Okay.
The second thing is letting me get my hands connected around you. So even just this.
Bad news.
Yeah, even under like under the elbow or anything like that. Just this position alone though gives me a very good connection point to then start to look like to roll you open, give wrapping you, now getting underneath and coming over the top or feeding a leg underneath you to go to a twister or something like that. Yeah. So the 2 points though to think about here is this hand that's here isn't really an issue unless this hand is there. Right? Because if that hand's there, I can do that.
Okay.
If that hand's not there, this can't really do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a way of keeping your head but
Okay, the moment I'm there, it's different.
That's when you're in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah? That's kind of what I've found out is it's not just me connecting my hands, it's me connecting like to your hand as well. Just any sort of hand together link is what causes a problem.
And how do I kill this inside control? Feels difficult to actually defend against someone that.
Yeah, so that's the next bit.
Yeah.
So keeping that hand out of the way obviously helps. Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of this bit here, I would say the key is actually doing something to this hand. Okay, so not necessarily with this one, but with this one. So so you grab it, you're on it, you're pinning it away from you, you're just putting like your hand, so you're just blocking me with your hand so I can't.
Okay, right, just pulling it.
Yeah, just so it's out of the way, because if you think if I want to come in here, and you don't do anything with that hand, so if we swap over.
Yeah.
So if we are in this position, see how it's come through. If I can just keep it.
I see. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm just trying to get my elbow. So imagine if you want inside space on me, I'm trying to get it on you.
Okay.
So then, as you start to try and get your hand underneath or bring it under.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you think, well, now I'll do the same thing. Now I'll bring my leg in to join in.
Okay.
Yeah, so it keeps you off. So even if you were able to go underneath, there's enough space.
So then you can easily sort of go
bring
way
frames
over
in
it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point now is I'm just blocking this hand. If you try and do whatever you want with your left hand, okay.
Yeah.
It's just basic hand fighting, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
But it's one of those where the hand around the head isn't kind of the problem one, unless it's going to get a chin strap. But like, it's hard to do that from there.
Yeah.
Whereas just stopping it from coming underneath, just basically just getting in this way.
Yeah, just
That's
actively hand fighting.
That's all hand fighting is. Hand fighting isn't necessarily getting dominant control of the hand. It's just getting in the way of the hand. Because as soon as you saw, so as soon as you start getting in its way, then I'm like, right, well now I've got to open up, and as I open up to try and come up,
Then I can. Then it's easier for me to move in.
Yeah, and it's the same thing if you were standing up when you were wrestling. If you can never get if you can never get a control, and like we're wrestling, then at some point you're going to have to be more exaggerated to try and get over the top or get underneath, and creates a lot of space, and a lot of space is obviously.
I think that will help me a lot because for the longest time I do like to go this way, as you know. But what typically happens is I'll end up in a situation where I'm escaping the back, which versus a certain level of person I'm very comfortable doing.
Yeah.
But then, let's say I'm going with you, it's just very bad, because you're gonna go cross body ride or just I'm gonna pay for exposure,
When it comes to the back as well, the bit that maintains the back is the underhook. That's it. So that underhook is what maintains the back, and then kind of whoever's doing the back bit, moving themselves to get the most out of the underhook. If you can just stop that underhook, then so here's an example. If we're in this, just imagine inside of me again. Yeah, so imagine you're inside of me, you've got this.
Yeah.
Right? You're now trying to get to my back. Go on, get to my back. Come on. As soon as you lose that underhook, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
If I now don't let you lose that underhook, and you now try and get to my back.
And I just.
So basically, or if you do the same thing.
Yeah.
So don't connect your hands, just use the underhook and get to my back.
From here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like claw.
Either the claw or, to be honest, just a simple. So just like if I was to cut the other side.
Okay. Right, but that's why I want to kind of be like, fuck you, man.
Yeah. But this hand is the issue hand. It's the same thing if we were. So another example to kind of connect it and create more context points, as I've said before, is when we are in side control, for example.
Okay.
So we're in side control, for example, and we're in this kind of shitty. I'm past the legs, but I'm not quite locked in place.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people go, I need to block the head hand.
Yeah.
But the head hand isn't the one that gets the connection. Right. The one that gets the connection is the far arm. Okay. Yeah, because if you think about it, if I want to hold you down, I have to be on top and like across you.
Yeah.
This arm is the ultimate way to get across someone and then lock themselves. Yeah. So now it's very hard for you to get me off you because I'm locked across you.
Yeah.
Whereas this one here, if I do that, you see how I'm not actually across. I'm just on the same side, and even if you turn into me or just like so, if you go back. So just move your hips away and turn me. Yeah, just that alone's enough.
Yeah.
Even if you do it really slowly, like no one's got a cross face strong enough to just like lock you in. Yeah, that's not how it works. You'd be able to get a leg in, things like that. Yeah, same thing if I was trying to pass. This leg is the one that I care about. The bottom one, because that's the one that's going to come across. Yeah. So when it comes to being on that kind of playing away position, as long as you can stop the arm that's going to come across the body, and that's the way to think of it, what's going to be across me, then it's not really a problem because the other arm can do things still. Like, don't think that you're safe because the other arm, the one near the head, can't overwrap or chin strap or, I don't know, catch the elbow to then turn into an armbar or something, but it's going to be very hard to pin you to the floor for that. So we'll go again. Yeah. Do headlock. Don't do headlock.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just this. So do whatever you want to do, okay? But think though, whatever's going to get me across the body, that's what you need to block. So in this position here, for example, I'm not in front of you, I'm at the side of you. Yeah. So the far underhook, yeah, or coming over the top, that's what's going to lock me across you.
Okay.
Right. This here like, isn't really going to do much.
Right.
Yeah, I can't really. Well, I can get an underhook here.
Yeah.
But you have to remember those when people get underhooks on the same side you're on, they're very off balanced.
Okay.
Unless they've got like a leg connected across them.
Okay.
So there's still that cross-body connection, but a lot of people don't realise it.
Okay.
Okay. So bear that in mind whenever we're doing it. If you face away from me, just think.
Switches.
Yeah. Just keep the hand busy.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't think necessarily like, well, I need to control it, like get my arms wrapped around it or grab it. Just think. Just keep busy.
Okay. Fine.
Just people's. So, see this big cross
Yeah.
that I've got? Yeah, that's kind of where you're stuck now. This lower body right isn't the problem. Yeah, because even here, if I didn't have this, your upper body can move now.
Yeah.
You can come up, you can do that, you can push me away, you can frame. Yeah. Whereas this here is like what locks me in. And remember, I'm always going to want to be in that chest to chest.
Okay.
Yeah, that shoulder line.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got to stop me getting across you. You're in trouble here though. Why do you think?
My bottom leg's pinned.
Nope. So this is the whole like now thinking 4D, not 3D.
Okay.
So as I said, 3D. 1D, left, right. 2D, up, down. 3D, rotation. 4D is now thinking, where am I going to end up if I do any of those?
Okay.
So as an example, if you rotate to face me, so turn to put your body down.
Oh yeah. You're on
I've
top.
ended in a cross-body position.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we were here,
Yeah.
you think you're keeping me away, and you're framing on me, and that's great and stuff. But you then got to think, if though we rotate, are we going to end up in that cross position?
Okay.
Which is obviously what's likely going to happen.
I'm trying to hip out this way.
Yeah. So either you need to hip out this that way, or
Yep.
go back, or you need to think like it's like chess.
Yeah.
So if this is the hand that's going to block this hand. Yeah, so now if you frame with your left hand and push me away so I fall backwards.
Yeah, there's space.
Yeah, now I can't get that cross because the arm that would get across is blocked.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like a complicated one, but something that as you get better, your
I'm too
brain...
visually retarded for that.
Yeah, it's a complicated one, but it's something that your brain kind of figures out over time. But if you can act,
then you can't come up and apply that.
it's one of those where people will get in position and then, like if you're on bottom, you'll do something and then like you've got the back line. Because I knew that if I turned just so we were on my back, you would just fall into position where now I've got that cross body control and that's what gives you the control. So we'll do this now. Incorporate everything through the headlocks especially. Yeah, so headlocks, more points than anything. Yeah. If you do the side position, facing the ring, remember what is the cross body.
Okay.
And tap me. Straight into it.
Yeah, no, this one's
You're not as aggressive when you get your hips on.
That's a new slide, like, Well, this class is all spiral. So, yeah. They're all just specific positions and stuff. It's going to be hard to lay that.
Was that?
My old man mobility was like, no.
I was thinking, can I get headlocks now?
Just too controlled.
Yeah. That's good.
Too big. Controlling, forward in position, as long as that new hands over along. Sorry, down. There's your big lad. Big lad. Which are not. So, there's generally on the 3 down 5. Usually get the turning at instant all the way from there. It's just, that's going to be a little, yeah. On hiking and roll backwards. Your job's just to scare. My job's to do. And it's a thing you only need to take in the map. That's it. Start in the general position. My job is to this now. Your job is to scare anything going back. You could even just bring them on here and on here. Or as I said, when you want to get this job, everything's involved in healing. You drop my shoulder, rather than healing, you want to drop your left. It's not new that will do that. And a third one. Third one.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, drop your leg. Your job. Exactly the same, but you can
Careful of his hand,
bring your elbow in.
because it's not in front of your hip.
You just get put your elbow straight in.
You can bring your hip to your hand if you want, put your hip on top of it.
Yeah.
Put your hand in.
It is just really basic, small hand.
So bring this on top
And
of
then
it.
usually an extra one.
You have to get your
The
hand in
extra
front of
one
your hip.
goes to
Okay.
I'm going to start here. My job is to change. Settle that position. That's the only one. Up and down in my vision. So yeah, I'm not actually
So,
giving
no, so much better.
stay in my vision.
It's actually fun to roll. Because it's not one of those now
The
I'm
only
like, I
direction
just
you
beat
go
you
in
up.
is start.
Yeah, well, you couldn't
And then
want
that's
to do
not
it.
I could, but the amount of additional effort I would have to put, it would no longer be a let's have a roll, it would be a let's prove a point,
Yeah.
or let's work with cardio, or let's be more aggressive.
Very
And
simple. One
those
way.
aren't ideally what you want to work on unless you have to.
You just even outside, it's always when I win like the chess move as opposed to.
Trying to counter the pawn being taken compared to taking the king.
Yeah.
It's more fun. Oh yeah, so in terms of everything, that headlock thing, you can get it from anywhere, and you got it from quite a few different places then that were a bit more unique than I would have imagined. be careful of the reversal when someone does it to you.
Okay.
Normally, the only reason that happens though is because our heads are in line.
Okay.
So if you think
If I have
about,
an angle,
yeah. So if you come on, so it's one of those where if you've got me
Yeah.
here.
On my head's here.
So if you put your head a bit more over, so your head's like there, and it's easy to come over the top.
Okay.
So yeah. Or if you let go. Yeah. Or like I'm on the back here, or maybe it's less. Maybe you just try and hand fight more.
Yeah.
So as I said before, it's like if the hand's busy, the hand can't do things. Like if you're facing away and you're trying to play with it. So it may be one of those where when you've got the chin strap, you just like hand fight. Maybe you're opening the elbow up, maybe underhook, just moving the hand around.
Because even if my head position is wrong, but the hand is free, you can sense it and start posting and move. Which for me initially might be the case. I may fuck it up, but just have the free hand to like correct it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, much better though. Much better.
Just need
to get some rolls in now to practice it.
Yeah.
That's surprisingly the privates help learn all the little bits to tighten up, but you actually do need to then roll to.
Yeah. You'll see me at open mic.
Open mic coming to you soon.
Probably Friday.
Yeah, but even if you can get like 1 or 2 in, just to, because it's very different against me versus like against a white belt or a purple belt. It's one of those that you just need to kind of get it in and just give it a go though. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Cheers, man.
Have a nice day.